Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Well, now, when does your home become a guest house? It's a question councils in central London are increasingly wanting answers to. They fear the spectacular growth of the short-term home letting website AirBnB is radically changing the housing market. And one council leader told Channel 4 News of the growing danger that some tenants were using the site to fraudulently sublet their property. Our business correspondent, Helia Ebrahimi, has this report.
This is the glossy world of Airbnb. Tourists are promised a London flat where they can live like a local. But for real Londoners, there can be a different reality. Many face a harsh housing market with 8,000 homeless and more than 260,000 people desperate to gain a council house. At the heart of the problem is a new phenomena that shows the dark side of the sharing economy, a jump in housing fraud and an American company that refuses to play ball. Councils say this surge in tenancy fraud could be tackled if Airbnb were more flexible. We've learnt about one property in Camden being subsidised by the taxpayer that's rented out for £120 a week. The tenant also gets housing benefit, leaving them with a weekly bill of just £7. But take a look at what they make on Airbnb. £400 a week. That means over the course of a year, the state stands to lose more than £20,000 from just one property.
It is a growing problem as more and more people see the in-pocket financial benefits of it, and we really need greater ability to be able to control Airbnb and take enforcement action against them.
For Sarah Hayward, the dangers are profound.
Our council housing is in very, very high demand. We have thousands of families on our waiting list who are in real need of more suitable housing. They're overcrowded, they're homeless, they're in temporary accommodation, and if people are committing fraud, they are removing those houses from families, in some cases in really desperate straits, in really desperate need of a proper home.
In many ways, Airbnb has been the poster child for a new type of capitalism that allows consumers to connect directly.
Feel at home anywhere.
Founded by a trio of San Francisco residents, Airbnb was launched in 2008 as a way tech geeks could find affordable accommodation when big conferences hit town.
Being an Airbnb host is being a part of a global community.
It gave me faith in humanity, to be honest.
The company is now thought to be worth as much as $30 billion.
Airbnb, belong anywhere.
No one wants to stop the sharing economy. No one wants to stop people supplementing the cost of their holiday by letting out their home when they go away. What we want to try and control is the impact on the housing market, because central London has a really chronic housing crisis, and anything that removes any property without the right permission from being let to a family or young professionals is impacting that crisis, and we need Airbnb to work with us to help stop that impact.
Airbnb say they comply fully with the law and in a statement remind hosts to follow the rules. They say,
rather than removing housing stock, home sharing puts money in the pockets of regular Londoners and helps them afford living costs in one of the world's most expensive cities.
But Stephanie Toghill says house sharing sites like Airbnb make it all too easy for tenants to commit fraud.
All of our work is reactive. It comes to us via neighbour nuisance referrals quite often as well, because we get reports of like rubbish being left out when it shouldn't be, because the holiday makers don't necessarily know when the rubbish is meant to go out. Yeah. Lots of traffic going on, like people going in and out of blocks, people that they don't know. We also find out through the emergency services, like the plumbing, like the emergency plumber got a call out, so the holiday makers weren't expecting them.
And then what happens? Someone from your team actually has to go round?
Yeah, someone from my team will go and knock on the door. We'll see who's actually in the property. I mean, at this one we discovered there was an Australian family in the property for this one. And others we've discovered, I think there was one where there was a couple from Germany, and then the second time we visited there was another couple from America in the property. Short of literally sending my team out and doing door knocking on every single door around this area, because we know this is a hotspot for Airbnb properties, it would be pretty much impossible.
Airbnb may be one of the leading pioneers of the sharing economy, but from New York to Berlin, it's now facing a backlash from authorities. In London, where 20,000 properties are listed, most councils have started to vocalise concerns. They believe the company is growing at such a pace that their actions have a fundamental impact on our housing market, on social homes, and where we can afford to live.
Halia Ebrahimi reporting there.
I've been getting away with it.